Have you ever felt like you've had the worst luck in the world? Or maybe the best? Today, I want to share a story that might change the way you see good luck and bad luck forever. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, lived a humble farmer and his only son. They weren't rich, but they were happy. Their pride and joy was a strong, beautiful horse that helped them plow their fields. It was their most valuable possession. But one morning, the unthinkable happened. The farmer went to the stable and found it empty. The horse had broken through the fence and vanished into the hills. His son was devastated. "Father," he cried, "without the horse, how will we manage? What will we do now?" Soon, the whole village knew. The neighbors came over, shaking their heads in sympathy. "What terrible luck," they said, "to lose your only horse. Such a great misfortune." The old farmer, however, remained calm. He looked at them and simply said, "Maybe." The villagers were baffled. Maybe. How could he be so nonchalant? His livelihood was gone, but the farmer offered no explanation and just went back to his work. Days turned into weeks. Without the horse, life was tough. The farmer and his son had to do everything by hand, toiling from sunrise to sunset. Yet, they never complained. They just kept going. Then, one morning, a miracle. The sun spotted two horses galloping towards their farm. It was their horse, and it had returned. But it wasn't alone. It had brought with it a magnificent wild stallion. The son was overjoyed. "Father, our horse is back." And it brought another. The neighbors quickly gathered, their faces filled with awe. "What incredible luck!" they exclaimed. "Now you have two horses. You are truly blessed." The old farmer just smiled and replied with that same single word. "Maybe." Again, the villagers were confused. Why wasn't he celebrating this incredible turn of events? A few days later, the farmer's son, full of youthful confidence, decided to tame the new stallion. But the horse was wild and untamed. In one powerful buck, it threw the boy to the ground. He cried out in pain. His leg was broken. The farmer gently carried his son home. The neighbors heard the news and rushed over, their faces etched with concern. "Oh, what dreadful luck," they lamented. "Your son is injured. Now he can't help on the farm for months." And the old farmer, Escalama Seba, quietly replied, "Maybe." The villagers couldn't believe it. How could he be so composed when his only son was hurt? Weeks went. The son healed slowly in bed, while his father worked the farm alone. The villagers pitied them, certain that this family was cursed with misfortune. Then, one morning, soldiers rode into the village. A war had broken out, and the army was conscripting every able-bodied young man to fight. Panic swept through the village as sons were torn from their families, their fates uncertain. When the soldiers arrived at the farmer's house, they saw his son lying in bed with a splint on his leg. "He's not fit to fight," the captain declared, and they moved on. The farmer's son was spared. After the soldiers left, the villagers gathered once more. "You are so lucky," they said, their voices a mix of relief and envy. "Because his leg was broken, your son didn't have to go to war. What great fortune." The farmer smiled softly and, for the final time, said, "Maybe." By now, the villagers began to understand. The farmer saw the world through a different lens. He didn't label events as good or bad the moment they happened. He accepted life's twists and turns with a patient, wise heart. He knew that what seems like a disaster today might be a blessing tomorrow, and what looks like a gift might lead to sorrow. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. Life is a constant flow of ups and downs. We often rush to judge our circumstances, getting lost in worry or swept up in fleeting celebration. But the farmer reminds us to pause, to breathe, and to trust the process. Sometimes, what feels like an ending is just a new beginning. What looks like a devastating loss could be a hidden gift, and the very thing we fear the most might just be our salvation. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, when things don't go your way, remember the wise farmer, take a deep breath, find your calm and whisper to yourself, maybe. Because in that, maybe, there's acceptance. In that, maybe, there's hope. And in that, maybe, lies the quiet wisdom to navigate the beautiful, unpredictable journey of life. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content that feeds the soul. Until next time, stay wise and stay well.